What's going on, guys? This is pretty much just going to be a nothing but talking video. There's not really a whole lot to do. Right now I'm going to return, I don't know if you guys can see that. Anyways, going to return a battery charger that I got from Nathan's dad. So, because I don't need it anymore, and I already told him I'd return it by tonight. It's pretty cold out. According to Mom's car, it's -9. So it is pretty cold out. But I wasn't really planning on doing a whole lot today. Just kind of wanted to charge my battery because I knew it was dead. And then I was going to just kind of mess with it just a little bit, but didn't really want to record because it was cold and I just didn't really want to hold the phone and record at the same time. So I just was kind of messing with it by myself, and it sounded like it wanted to start, but the battery just wasn't really wanting to really work with me. So I just kind of let it charge, went inside and ate a Hot Pocket because I was hungry. But last night, when I ended the video, I figured out that the spark plug wires were in the wrong spot. Not a big deal. Just kind of, car won't start if they're in the wrong spot. So I moved them around, and then I went to go try and start it today. Well, I tried to start it last night too, but the battery just was pretty much dead. So I was like, not really gonna mess with it. And then I went and got the battery charger earlier and kind of started messing with it, and it sounded like it wanted to start, but it was off. So I went and looked just to final check on the spark plug wires, because when I put them, after I looked up the diagram, I thought I mixed one of them up. So I changed it to what I thought it was supposed to be, and I done kind of, not really messed up, but I did put them in the wrong spot too, but it was, because it's all the way on the driver's side, it's 4, 3, 2, 1, and, or no, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know why I said 4, 3, 2, 1, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, going from the driver's side to the passenger side, and so on the distributor, when it's turned, and the round part is at the top or whatever, it's 1, and then down to the square part. I'm kind of saying this for anyone that doesn't know or doesn't really want to look it up, whatever. But it's 1, 3, and then 2, 4. I guess if it's turned, it'd be 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4. But I had it 1, 2, 3, 4. So I swapped the 2 and 3, I swapped the 2 and 3 around, and then I kind of let it charge for a little bit longer, and then went to go try and start it, and for some odd reason it just the starter wasn't engaging, I guess. And then what I know from experience, I also had the jump pack hooked up to it because I was kind of hoping for a little more oomph to have the battery have a little more power, and that jump pack just doesn't really work very well. So wasn't really trying to deal with it, and as soon as I went to go try and start it, it was doing something weird, but it wasn't. It was the battery was just dead. It wasn't even wanting to crank at all. So I took the jump pack off because I was whatever. It was cranking when I didn't have the jump pack on. And then took the jump pack off. I went to go try and start it again, and it was doing the same thing. So I was messing with the starter a little bit, kind of hit it just in case it was froze, but I just don't understand how it would have just froze up that quick with it being with it just cranking not too long ago. So I messed with it a little more and then tried to start it, and it had a lot more like motivation to start, and then this happened, which I'll put in right here. Okay, so that happened. So I'm super excited about that one. I don't know, like, why it sounds the way it does, I guess. It kind of sounds like it has a cam. Not really sure. I didn't really mess with the motor like I said. It kind of... There's Ricky Bobby. Like I said, the mechanic is the one that kind of messed with it, and then it got rebuilt or whatever. So, to be honest, didn't even know it ran. Was just kind of hoping for the best. And then, as soon as it fired up, I was really excited. So, it does run. I have coolant in it. But the dipstick I got out of the Y7, because it was originally in the Y8, but didn't actually think I was going to get the Y8 ever running, and just didn't really want to mess with it a whole lot. So I took the dipstick out of the Y8 to put into the Y7, because we broke the Y7's dipstick somehow. So I gave that one to Tuna, I guess. And then he doesn't ever drive Tuna, so I was like, whatever, I'll just take it, because I mean, he's not really replying to me a whole lot anyway, so I was just kind of took it back because it's mine anyways. And then, but like, now there used to be like kind of like a gluish substance. I'm not really sure what it is, but it kind of holds it down and like into where it's supposed to be, but that's not on there anymore, because obviously I didn't want it to, like, any of it to like fall off and go into the oil. So I just peeled it all off, so I have to get some of something, I guess, to hold it in place, and so it doesn't like pop out or spill any oil, because right now it is kind of, it's leaking a little bit of oil out of it, but it's only doing it when it runs, so I'm not too worried about it. This video is not going to be very long, but I have to go to AutoZone, and I'm going to try and get something to hold it down. But that's pretty much all I'm going to do for tonight, because the coupe is still buried in the snow, so I don't really want to mess with that a whole lot yet. But I do kind of plan on, I guess, getting the hatch running as soon as possible. Oh my god, I just realized, like, honestly just realized that there is axles that came. I feel silly. The motor that was originally in the hatch didn't have a head on it, so we pulled it out so I could put the Z6 in it, and it had axles in it. And the axles, I'm at Nate's right now, I don't know if you guys can really see that, but the axles are in Nate's garage, because the whole like swap and everything is still in his garage. And I have axles in there, so I don't even have to pull the axle out of the EK. So theoretically, I could have it running and driving by tonight. I mean, it's already running, so I could have it driving by tonight, because axles are super easy to put in. I can't believe I just now thought of that. But I don't know if I really want to do it, because it's -9. And either way, I can't really drive the car around yet. Just because it's, as you guys can probably hear, I'm not actually 100% sure. I was still in the car, but it's ridiculously loud. So I feel kind of stupid for not knowing that I had those axles still. But yeah, I have those axles, so I'm kind of happy. But I'm not 100% sure if I want to do that today, just because it's, like I said, it's super cold. But I might. I still have to get my hands shaking really bad. I don't know why. So if the camera's like really shaky, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll try and move it. Oh, there we go. I'm still trying to get the exhaust. But like I said, I have to cut it and weld it so it's shorter. But yeah, that's kind of it for right now. I'm gonna go drop that. I'm gonna give the battery charger back to Nate's dad, and obviously grab those axles, because be nice to have them. And now that I think about it, I might just go home and do it real quick. Shouldn't take very long, but I'm not 100% sure, because it kind of depends on how I feel. But I have food waiting at home, so I'm going to go to AutoZone, and then I'm going to go home and eat. And yeah, so I'll be back once I'm done to obviously record an outro or record more. Not 100% sure yet, so I'll be back soon. Alrighty guys, I'm back. So I'm going to end up putting my axles in, but I'm not really going to do it on camera. I'm just going to kind of run through how I normally do it, just in case anyone wants to know. It's just kind of the way I've found easiest without using a pickle fork. And in case, like, one of you or any of you don't know what that is, it's just like a little metal, kind of like bar. There's electrical tape on my fingers, in case anyone was wondering what that is. I have holes in my glove, and I wanted to fill them, so I have electrical tape laying around. Might as well use that. And I'm sitting down because I'm cold and I'm using the heater at the moment. But the pickle fork kind of goes in between, like, the ball joint, and you just kind of hit it, and then it kind of pops up, or pops the ball joint kind of up. That way it's not, like, still in, because after a while of it just sitting there, it doesn't really want to just come out. So without having that, I found it easiest just taking out the strut and unbolting the upper control arm. That way the whole, like, knuckle or whatever pulls forward, or I guess pulls out. But in order to pull it, like, out, you need to take the strut out. So I'll show you kind of what you need and kind of the easiest way to do it. It's kind of, or it's pretty simple. Nice and warm. My legs are, at least. You just need a 14 and a 17. You might need, unless you have two ratchets, you might need a 17 wrench. And if you don't have any, like, metric, and you only have standard, 11/16 is the same as a 17. I mean, it's slightly off, but it works. But then there's, like I said, these two bolts. Well, I said this pretty much in my last video or whatever, or one of my videos. There's these two bolts for the strut up here, and then there's, I don't know if you guys can really see that, but there's one down there, and then there's one right there. This one and the one that's over here are both 17s, and then these two are both 14s. And then another way, unless you have coils or coils in that can, like, I guess, be, like, pushed or whatever, so they are smaller. And like I had in the Purple Hatch, then I don't have to take out the A-arm. You guys obviously can't see that because it's dark under there, but since they're stock or whatever, you got to take out the 114mm bolt that is kind of, like I said, like, squeezes the, like, ring or whatever. It's kind of hard to make a circle with my tape finger, but it squeezes it around the strut, and then you got to take the bottom bolt out. And that's a bolt, or a nut and a bolt, and both of them are 17. Usually I don't think they're any bigger unless you have different bolts. But normally they're 17s, and then the upper bolt that like releases it is a 14. And then obviously you want to take out the A-arm first. That way that drops out. So you take out the top bolt, the 14 or whatever, and then you take out the 17, and then it should just drop down. You pull that all the way out, and then you take out the two top strut bolts, which are a 14. You drop the strut all the way out, and then you can take out the two top ones, which are the 17s, and then you can pull it forward, push the axle inside the tranny, put the axle inside the knuckle, and pretty much put everything back up. But I guess reverse. You put the upper control arm in, which is the two 17s on top, and then you can put the strut in, put two 14s on, and then put the A-arm in with the 14 and the 17. So it's pretty easy. I mean, I made that kind of as simple as I could. But yeah, I'm gonna put that in. I want to have my other glove on. It's kind of hard to record with the other glove on, and I want to do it as fast as I can, so I'm not too cold, because like I said, it is pretty cold. It's like, I think it's like -11 right now. I didn't really check, but when I got out of the car after I got home, it was -10, and it's only gotten colder, I believe. I don't know. Either way, that's pretty much going to be it. That's all I'm going to record for the night, so I'm pretty much going to end it there. So, yeah. I'm really glad I got my car running. There should be an exhaust, or I should have an exhaust soon, so I'll show that eventually. But obviously I can't start the car tonight anyways, because it's already late and it's really loud, so I don't really want to deal with it. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and like I said, keep on kind of staying active with the channel, and there'll be more to come as long as the channel can keep growing. And once it gets warmer out, I'll have a lot more to do, hopefully, and I want to post more because I'm not cold. So, yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and go subscribe if you haven't yet.